TheGlobalSummit.org is an organization that's just getting started. And the purpose of TheGlobalSummit.org is to get people involved, average American citizens involved in a conversation that I'm not hearing on the streets today. And I think it's time that we move it off of the pages of wisdom and off of out of our imaginations and into our reality. The three goals came at a time when I was pretty frustrated and trying to figure out what it was that I wanted. You know, you get where the world isn't working. What do you want? You know, that type of angst. And within 10 minutes, after I asked myself that question, sitting alone in the woods out loud, and what do you want? I had written down three what I want as a human, not a personal goal. You know, it had nothing to do with a personal or national goal. What did I want? And what I came up with was an intelligent alternative to weaponry to settle our national and religious disputes. The second, and I think a really obvious one, is that our children, as far as goals, wherever you are on the planet, we share the same goal in that our children are going to need a sustainable relationship with the environment. You know, that right now we don't have a sustainable relationship, and we seem to be accepting the fact that we can get by somehow on that, and that perhaps our children will solve the problem. And I think that that's really short-sighted. We need to make it one of our goals. I think we can get the world to agree that our children are going to have a livable environment. And so that goal we share no matter where we are. And I think the third goal underlies the first two, in that we're going to have to effectively address, make it the goal to effectively address and eventually eliminate poverty, hunger, illiteracy, and all deaths from diseases with known cures. Now, we may not be able to accomplish these goals in our lifetime or to see their accomplishment, but I think we certainly have the capacity to establish the goals for our children. And that to me is what's missing in the discussion. You know, I just want to start a conversation about our capacity. You know, and that is been my effort and will continue to be the effort of the people who are involved in globalsummit.org. I think the first thing you can do is, of course, go to the website and sign the petition. Well, one thing, we're not asking people to send us money, and we're not asking them to volunteer an awful lot of time. We are asking people to do what they might do if they came across a really good idea that they thought would be helpful, that actually serves their self-interest, their community interest, their national interest, and let's talk about it. You know, we need to talk about it amongst ourselves. I have my own personal experience, and that's what everyone else does. And I know I've received the question a lot, what can I do to help? I think that if you take the idea and allow it to enter your mind, you know, just to sit there for a while and to talk about it, begin to include it in our options. I just think it's time to add to the discussion the possibility that maybe we've evolved to the point that we can actually address national and justified killing in a different manner, by coming together and recognizing it's a dead end. It's a dead end for a species. It would be a dead end for any species. And not just to stop killing one another, but to use the time to recognize that we're going to have to come together on a global basis and cooperate beyond what any other generation has been able to accomplish. We need to have a global summit where the topic is the long-term health of the entire human race.